All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I knew this time was going to come. If you guys remember when I first started talking about this protocol in the very beginning, even before it came out, so we knew it was going to come out. They were going through some audits and stuff like that, so there was a bit of a delay. But weeks prior, I said, keep an eye on this one. It's going to be a heater. It's going to do really well. Why did I think that? Basically came down to maybe three things, if you will. First off, Warren was kind of a spin off of Carol. We know Carol did really well in the beginning, but it had a few issues. We knew that Warren was going to go in and resolve those issues. So really kind of a proven system. That's number one. Number two is a proven team. These guys have been trusted in the space. They're awesome. They're really communicative, and they've done a really good job of running the program so far. And the final piece of that we knew in advance was the amount of community support that they were going to get. All the big names were getting in on this one. So because it had such a good content creator backing, you knew there was going to be a ton of information out there on the protocol. And generally what that does is that creates the hype, it spreads the awareness, and more people get in. Now there has been one big kind of negative since this protocol started, and the fact is it's tied to Pulse. And since Christmas, Pulse has done nothing but continuously gone down. So what that did to the TVL, of course, was make it look a little bit lower, kind of was bringing the price of Warren down, and just had a slightly negative effect on the protocol and how it looked. Yesterday, we finally got a couple green candles, and bam, Warren has hit more than $1 million in TVL, and it's done it before we've seen any significant growth whatsoever in Pulse. All right, so just for fun, I popped up the Pulse chart here. As you can see, this is just for the 1 month. Right around Christmas, right in here it peaked, and then it's just been downhill since then. We're now finally seeing some good candles, a nice pop over the last 2 days, and now we're up at a respectable level, but still not even up to the level where we'd be if the price point was the same as it was on Christmas. So good news is starting to come out of the crypto world. We're looking at maybe having the Bitcoin spot ETF approved, other stuff's in the works. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. I'm expecting some sort of interesting delay. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback so the institutional capital can come in and buy it up for cheaper. Anyway, that stuff isn't going to shake me out. In the end, I think it's all positive momentum. They did bump up the Bitcoin halving, I think, to April 17th from April 20th. There's only a certain amount of blocks that need to be mined. So anyway, that is all positive news. So far, so good on this one. I do recommend that everyone who's in it does take some profits, but also rebonds and reinvests. So when the time comes, you just click this little rebond button right here, and it would put the bond over here. If you've got some additional die wrapped Pulse in your wallet, then it would be ideal to, after you've got the bond right there, it would be ideal to come over and actually stake it and get that additional percentage. I'm up over 4% now, which is absolutely insane. But that's going to go down considerably because I need to do a claim and take a little bit of profits myself. So here comes the question that everyone else is going to want to be asking. I think people are going to see this. They didn't jump in. They're realizing, hey, is it too late? Is it not too late? Can I get in? For me personally, I don't necessarily think it's too late. But if I was going to jump in now, I would do it a little bit on the safer side. I would go over to bond, and instead of 40 days, I would do 30. So I go through the entire same process as I did. I'd have Pulse in my wallet. I would use the zapper to zap the Pulse into the LP, which is the Die Pulse LP. I, of course, would leave a little bit behind for gas. Then I would put 40% of whatever I zapped into a bond, leaving about 60% behind. Then I'd go to a stake. I'd have my bond here, and I would stake the bond. So I personally am about to do a big claim here. As you can see, once I sell it, it's going to hit my wallet, reduce the percentage. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take a good chunk of it. Obviously not all of it, otherwise I would just leave it in there. But I'm going to take a good percentage of it, maybe 25% or so. I'm going to break that off to bond and then come over and stake that amount. So that's it for now, guys. Just wanted to announce the good news. Things are really moving in the right direction. I think the crypto market is looking primed to take off. So I'm just kind of in this accumulation mode, trying to pick up the tokens and stuff that I think might be interesting. I, of course, don't have all the money in the world that I would like to spend on some of these. But some of these plays, I'm just putting between $250 and $500 in. I'm just letting it sit to see how it works. So thank you all so much for jumping on and just checking out the channel today and for supporting my content throughout the year. I really think that 2024 is going to be a banger. So thanks again and happy investing.